Welcome back to another Doctor Who bit of news. Today we've had our latest Doctor Who collection to join the line, and that is the long-awaited season 20, the worst kept secret in the Doctor Who collection
Mm.
line. Is season 20 the next one? It is now.
It's been properly confirmed, hasn't it?
It has.
So what's up after this? That's the next question.
Season 20?
Yeah,
Season 20 again, yeah?
yeah.
Can I have it again?
I mean, we might as well, given how chunky a box set this is. They could have split it in two if they wanted to.
I mean, it's surprisingly chunky. I don't think we
Mm.
expected it to be 9 discs, but
No,
how
I
many
thought eight,
versions of the
but
five Doctors we're getting? It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes
mm.
sense. So,
I
we're,
mean that is where most of the disc space is going. To be fair,
yeah, it's true.
because it is each story has one disc each, and then five Doctors comes along with three. But it's the anniversary story; it deserves it.
And it's just the perfect time to release this.
Mm.
There's no release date yet, but people
No.
are bashing around the 18th of September. We'll see whether that's true.
Yeah,
Um,
may pan out, may not.
who knows? We might get another collection set this year, but I'm happy
Mm,
with
maybe.
9 and 20 this year. Um,
Yeah, I think especially with the anniversary coming up,
mm,
I think there's probably going to be loads of other stuff going on around then as well. We've obviously got four TV episodes still to look forward to this year,
mm.
and maybe some animations too.
Maybe.
Who knows what could be coming along in the coming months?
Mm.
But well, we know one of these things. It'll definitely be out by the end of 2023, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
Season 20. So, yeah, I mean, it's funny. There's even almost a joke in the trailer about where Peter Davison says, you'll be able to see us physically age throughout this,
Yeah, which is
which I don't
true.
think was. And I think he also says at one point when you finally see this, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because I think some of this, was it done before COVID? Was it
Yes.
2019 they started recording?
The road trip was
Mhm.
for a German convention, Time Lash, and I think that was 2019.
Oh, wow.
I want to say. So it's going to be interesting because it's kind of it's going to be sort of going back to the early days of a collection set and seeing how far that range is expanded within the space of a box set, because this is the biggest box set they've done to date. I know season
Mm,
2 is the biggest, but I think in terms of what additional content you're getting in terms of like the VAM stuff, this is
yeah,
the biggest one they've ever done, and it'd be interesting to see if anything will top it, or is this the peak of what the
yeah.
collection set can give us?
I mean, also, I think just in terms of volume,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think season two is the most. It's obviously got the most discs
Yes.
and the most episodes, but there's not really like multiple versions of episodes or anything like that. And some of those discs are very bare.
Sparse. Yeah.
Yeah. This does not look like that's going to be the case, though.
Should we
There
talk
are
about the new
plethora
features?
of, yeah, plethora of demand there. Uh,
Um, yeah, there's a lot to
but
talk about with this one.
yeah, I mean, Five Doctors 40th Anniversary Edition, a brand new version
Mm.
of the 90-minute anniversary special with updated special effects, Dolby Atmos and surround sound, plus an exclusive new commentary with Pete Davison, Janet Fielding, and Mark Strickson.
Oh, where?
No.
Where?
I mean, yeah, that's probably the most commentaries the story's gotten as well, hasn't it? Because you
I
got
think
that
so.
hidden David Tennant one as well
Yeah,
on
which
the
was an Easter egg,
25th
wasn't it?
anniversary. Yeah. I think there's already a couple of other ones on that one, so
Mm.
yeah, that'd be interesting. But I mean, we did get a little look at that in the trailer, didn't we? We got like
Yeah,
an obelisk kind of thing
yeah,
uh, in place of Mr. Whippy or the triangle.
yeah.
So
A new
I mean,
challenger has entered the room.
yeah, no, I'm surprised by this decision. I
Mhm.
don't know about you.
I feel like both have become sort of iconic in their own right, and it's going to be
Mm,
interesting to see whether this new one makes it. It'd be interesting to see what is different with this 40th anniversary edition, whether it's new effects or it's just the whole Five Doctors cut.
mm.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. what it is because you've got the VHS version and all that.
Yeah, lots of different. I think there's 4 different versions total, isn't there?
I mean, you probably could tier list what version of the Five Doctors is the definitive.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
We will. We'll cover it. We'll do it eventually.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see that because certainly you've also got the tower as well.
Yes.
Of Rassilon,
Mm-hmm.
the Black Tower, and that's done up a bit, isn't it? The effect of
like
that, which is it's one of the greatest strengths I think of these special editions when they do things like that, like the
it's very Castrovalva, I would say.
Yeah, Castrovalva and Logopolis, that sort of rotoscoping in, and a bit of Terror of the Autons as well. Those updated effects. Yeah, it has that quality to it, which is interesting. Can I watch that story recently? The scale of that does sort of throw you off when you're like in the interior scenes of the tower, and you're thinking, "Oh, this is huge inside," and you're outside because you see like the Third Doctor and Sarah on that
scaling
balcony bit. Yeah, it makes it seem tiny overall when you consider that in scale, in perspective. So yeah, I wonder if they'll be able to do anything about that. But yeah, overall, it doesn't feel like one that's crying out for an updated version, but I'll wait and see. I mean, not against getting one because it doesn't replace any of the originals. But...
See, I would say the same for Enlightenment. That had a version in 2009, and I don't think it's bad. I just think that Enlightenment just seems a bit of a weird one because it's already been done. Snake Dance makes sense because Kinder got it, so you might all get the 2 Mara stories on the same page as each other.
I don't think the prop's not that bad compared to Kinder,
it's true.
And also, I don't know if the CGI looks that good from the trailer. That snake is looking very obviously computer generated. But yeah, I mean, I think Enlightenment, the argument there was that the special effects on the original DVD were just for the movie version, like the edited, Fiona Cummings cut, yeah. So this is like the full version done instead. So that'll be. I think that's understandable. And I believe Mordred Undead and Terminus also had updated effects.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So it's sort of completing that trilogy, so you can watch all 12 episodes with updated special effects in that way. So yeah, certainly lots of different ways to watch all these stories at this point. Yeah, it's only King's Demons and Arc Infinity that are missing out.
I think Arc Infinity has it already, I think.
Oh, does it?
I think.
So it's just King's Demons. And that doesn't necessarily need anything. That's quite effects light, other than Comedian. But I suppose it's time for me to expose myself here.
Yeah, here we go.
And say, I've only seen 3 out of 7 of these stories, so not even half. I never picked up the Black Guardian trilogy. And I didn't pick up Tegan Tales either, so my first time watching Time Flight was when season 19 came along. And I've been waiting for season 20 to get to Arc of Infinity. I mean, I've been told I'm not missing out on too much with that one, at least.
I quite enjoy Arc of Infinity. I don't think it's bad.
So, yeah, I mean, it's quite an exciting box set for me in that there is a lot here that's going to be new to me. Because with a lot of these sets, it is just buying the same thing again. But here, it's actually quite a huge chunk of new Doctor Who for me.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Other special features, of course, Behind the Sofa, back again. With Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Sarah Sutton, Janet Fielding, Mark Strickson, Katie Manning, and Sophie Aldred. And Colin and Sylvester paired up together. That'll be interesting.
I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit disappointed with this one.
I think it's a shame not to have multiple Doctors together reacting to the 5 Doctors. I feel like that should have been like a separate Behind the Sofa, like its own thing, rather than similar to what they did with K9 and Company.
A part of me would have loved Peter Davison, Georgia Tennant, David,
Hmm.
just
But,
watching it.
yeah. We might be dreaming too big there, but
David loves the show. I wonder if they
Hmm.
ever thought of approaching him. So,
Yeah, can't have to
I
ask.
guess because we got like the commentary, but I'm like, it would just be so lovely, or maybe just have, good parody or something. I don't know. We might be dreaming too big with that, but
Hmm.
I'd love to see like the new Doctors. Yeah, I think Tennant's the most accessible
Yeah.
one there. For it.
Yeah.
But,
Grab him on a day off of filming the 60th.
yeah, like come on. I think that'd be good. It'd been ideal.
I mean, one of the few times a different Doctor arguably makes sense with Colin, given
Yeah,
that he's in Arkham Infinity.
yeah.
Katie and Sophie are odd choices.
I guess because of John, the Katie makes kind of sense.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be
I
nice to her to see.
Because she was in Australia, I think, the time they were doing
Yeah.
Five Doctors.
But yeah, you think, can't you get maybe Fraser for Pat there?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
think
maybe.
you'd have...
Yeah, maybe Fraser, Katie, and Carol on a sofa together.
Yeah,
First three Doctors there.
that would have been nice. Yeah,
Yeah, it does just seem some odd combinations. I mean, of course, Peter, Sarah, Janet, and Mark
hilarity will
can't go
ensue.
wrong there.
Yeah,
No.
you'll get
And I
any
mean,
value.
that is what the meat of this box set is when it comes to the special features. The Blu-ray trailer. I mean,
Pretty
already out
self-explanatory.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah. What did you make of the trailer?
I thought it was. They're becoming their own little entity. It's becoming more of a new episode of classic Doctor Who, but also flogging you something that you have already. It's
Yeah,
incredible, isn't it?
it's a weird entity in a way, isn't it? In that it's both an advertisement and trying to be a mini-set. So you sort of like almost got a cliffhanger in there, haven't you? Where the Mara attacks and then results in a dream ending. You've even got it cutting to the titles before Peter Davison tells about all the special features. But I prefer the Jovanka Airlines style ones, the one where it's just a bit of fun, the season 24 one, where it's not necessarily something to take seriously.
It's trying to make canon out of something that doesn't really need to be
not
expanded,
at all.
really.
We've had Tegan return on TV. I think it's fun when you have the occasional like debatable canon minisode, but they're not made to be that anyway.
Yeah.
At
the end of the day, you're here to flog a season,
Yeah. I mean, I did sigh a bit when I saw the length of it at 30 minutes. I was thinking, they're really milking these mini episodes now. And I just want something fun again.
Yeah, you just want your sort of snapshot. What's new? Cool. Moving on.
I mean, I've rewatched it a few times, but I've just skipped all the mini-sode bit.
Yeah,
I just
I've
go
done the
straight
same.
from where Davison jumps in. That's what I'm there for. I do wonder how it works as advertising it to new people. I mean, there's always going to be the Doctor Who fans anyway, because who's just going to click on Peter Davison talking about what's in a box set if they don't care about Peter Davison and Doctor Who? But at the same time, for those who haven't watched Classic Who before, are you going to know enough about the Mara there to have the context of this minisode?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a well done twist.
Yeah.
Credit to it with them up. But yeah, they're in a weird space for me at the moment. And I feel like they're getting a lot of praise that I don't see the love for. I feel like I'm definitely in the minority there. But
it's almost become an event in itself.
Yeah. Really. But yeah, I'm just there going, can we get to the special features, please? I want to know. I want to see some clips from behind the sofa.
So I think season 14 was a nice balance with like Louise James and just like, oh, I've got this new. It's like parody. Here's a Voc robot. It's malfunction. Bam. Whack it with the box set. Season 14 on Blu-ray. Here's your new stuff. Yeah,
it's nice when they actually tie in. Whereas this, it doesn't feel like it's a complete disconnect when you get to the advert in the middle. really.
It's a commercial break,
Galactic
isn't
Glitter. Yeah, Galactic Glitter Tours, though. How great was that? With the season 24 one, it's brilliant how Sylvester McCoy comes in pitching his own box set. But anyway, in conversation, interviewer Matthew Sweet chats to Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton. Yeah, both together.
Surprising, isn't it? I thought Janet would be on season 21.
I suppose that's what they're saving Mark for.
But it's interesting because Sarah Sutton had something quite similar. No, I wouldn't say in conversation. It was more of Sarah Sutton's early career on, I think. On one of the DVDs, so I can't remember off the top of my head.
I suppose maybe that's why they paired her and Janet up together.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Did they ever do an In Conversation with Matthew Waterhouse?
I guess they've done a
weekend,
so I guess that's a
Yeah, I mean, it's odd because it's not in the usual location as well, is it? It's like in a weird office with the blinds in the background.
I guess it's a bit like Davison's one, isn't it?
Bit more, almost feels lower budget.
Yeah, maybe it was done a long time ago before they refined the format, because I think Davison's In Conversation was done around like Castrovalva's locations, I think.
This just feels like some free office space in London.
Yeah.
It's like when they had everyone working from home, they were trying to flog out the office space to make some money during COVID or something. Who knows?
But it just shows how this range has developed and flourished and thrived. So, like I say, we're going to see sort of both ends of the spectrum with this range. This set.
Yeah. Let's Go Dutch. The TARDIS crew travel to Amsterdam to revisit locations and reminisce about season 20 and their time on the program. Yeah. So this is almost more of beyond just a making of for Arc of Infinity, because you've got Mark Strickson there as well, and it seems to more be about season 20 as a whole, but with Arc of Infinity as the focal point.
Which they did for season 19, didn't they?
Yeah, you had Mark Strickson again there. He was sort of like the presenter, wasn't he? Getting everyone back together on Castrovalva's.
So yeah, probably, and they did it for Black Orchid as well. So I imagine it will be the same for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, it's sort of, it's where his TV career went, wasn't it, Mark Strickson? So it feels fitting for him being like the facilitator of these others. And you got Janet hitting Peter Wilbur as well.
His autobiography, no less.
Yeah, and if that wasn't enough, Look Who's Driving, join Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, and Sarah Sutton on a hilarious European road trip.
I think
that just looks brilliant.
That's the first thing I'm going to put on, I think.
That's what you need in your life.
Yeah. And then this is a surprising.
I mean, that could have made an interesting trailer, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy it's a special feature. It gets to be much longer than a trailer. But imagine that, where it's like not as characters, but just the actors going along for something like this.
Like a season 20 premiere or something, like a BFI screening, and they get lost. I don't know.
Yeah, Five-ish Doctors reboot style thing.
Yeah.
But instead it's Peter, Janet, and Sarah somehow pitching season 20. Who knows? When Janet met Martin, Janet Fielding stats to Martin Clunes, 40 years on from his appearance in Snake Dance.
This is a surprising one.
Yeah.
I never expected this one.
And they seem to be getting along well in... and it's nice, again, that similar to having Mark Strickson facilitating that thing, it's Janet doing the interviewing for a change.
Yeah.
So that's an exciting way to go about that. Making the King's Demons, the regular cast return to castle locations and reminisce. Yeah, one of the actresses in this, is it Isla Blair?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, mentioned this on some Big Finish extra she did ages ago.
3, I think.
Yeah, that she'd recorded this. So this is how we know how long ago this set's been in the works for. But yeah, I think a lot of the European stuff was made difficult by COVID, wasn't it? So that all got delayed. But it's all worked out well with this coming out for the 60th anniversary. Making the season 20 trailer look behind the scenes.
This seems a bit too self-indulgent, to be honest.
Nah.
Like, yeah.
I'd rather have something connected to Power of the Doctor, to be honest. Talking to Janet about returning for that.
Yeah, it seems a bit strange, but hey.
Longley celebration footage. Previously unreleased look back at the iconic 1983 convention, plus panels featuring Peter Davison, Tom Baker, Patrick Charlton, John Pertwee, and many more. Do you think we'll see Stephen Noonan in the background?
Who knows?
We'll be able to spot him.
Revealing that there's a Dalek in the Five Doctors. We might see that Dalek in the footage.
Yeah, maybe. Studio footage. Hours of material going behind the scenes on production of Arc of Infinity, Snake Dance, and the Five Doctors. I mean, I don't think that's anything we're going to dive into, but nice
Five Doctors, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Five Doctors.
But I'm not going to watch like 24 hours worth of it.
No. I mean, that's probably one of the discs alone, isn't it?
But
and you also got location film rushes from the Five Doctors. There. Rare convention footage, including Australian interviews with Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, shot during productions of this season. I mean, that's an interesting time capsule, isn't it? Seeing how it was promoted at the time.
Because we're so used to how stuff is promoted now.
Yeah, and sort of things have changed. Although with JNT, it was very much shifting towards a more modern, what we see now, isn't it? For the promotion. Once Upon a Time Lord, a rare US documentary from the 1980s.
You know much to say about that?
Yeah, I can't say I've heard of that before.
No.
So that'd be interesting. Again, an interesting look at something from the time.
Yeah, fandom, I guess, back then.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting because obviously you've got Longley, which I guess, Doctor Who's Woodstock.
Yeah.
And seeing how Doctor Who was in America, so you've kind of got both sides of it, really, of how fandom is, across the pond.
I mean, that was really when it became big in America, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully a bit less mean-spirited than that Who's Doctor Who documentary, whatever it is for the Who Am I? Yeah, that's it. New 5.1 surround sound mixes on Snake Dance and the Five Doctors, plus Dolby Atmos for the Five Doctors. I mean, this is something you don't have the technology for, is it?
No,
so you can't quite
unless
this.
I go to the BFI.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably Five Doctors, isn't it?
If it's Five Doctors, I'm 100% going to try and go.
Yeah. I mean, I do have the 5.1 Dolby Atmos setup, so I'll be enjoying this. It's wonderful having that on these sets. HD photo galleries, including many previously unseen images.
Hey.
Archive treats, hours of rare and previously unreleased material from the BBC archives. Yay. Infotext behind the scenes information and trivia on every episode, and then a PDF archive as well. The Radio Times 20th anniversary special and other rarities.
Oh, nice.
And loads more. So all the previous
DVD extras as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. Price. It's a little bit more pricey.
Yeah, bumped up on a £5, hasn't it?
But there are ways where you can get it cheaper.
Yeah, there's offers out there and such.
Yeah, if you HMV, refer a friend. Who knows? I might put the link in below. If you've not ordered it, use a link in the description below. And
should hit HMV for a affiliate link.
Yeah, I should actually. You get 10% off your order, and then there we go.
But, yeah, I think it's odd how quickly these have shot up.
Yes,
I think it was £45 for like 2 sets, was it?
Yeah, I would say
2 or 3.
It was like $39.99. Then it was
yeah. I can't remember. I know it changed to 50 for season 9, and we thought, maybe that's because it's 5 discs, and then it stayed at it for season 2. Sorry,
yes,
and it stayed at it for season 9. So it's only lasted 2 sets before going up another £5.
Yeah, but I think because this one's so chunky in what it's offering, even then I'm like, it's fine. And if we only get 2 sets a year, it's £100. We're
down the rabbit hole already as well. We've accepted they could shoot it up to 100 quid and we'll still buy it.
I mean, the
Because
Australians are being, probably priced out at this point,
yeah,
sadly.
yeah, it's an interesting question. Like, at what point will we be priced out? Because they're creeping it up, and I think the cost of living crisis and everything, production costs are going up. So it's understandable. At least with this one, unlike season 2, there is real bang for your buck here in terms of new bonus content stuff and updated special effects and everything. It does feel like a real bumper release, and as they say, the biggest release ever. So all that's left to say is, what's next?
Yeah, it's wrong to say that, but it's that constant cycle, isn't it, of going, that's nice.
It's a vicious one.
Yeah, what is it? We'll get season 20 and be like, well, where's season 15?
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll probably have to wait until next year at this point to get whatever's coming along after this. But
unless they manage to sneak one out in December.
Yeah.
Very early 2024.
Yeah, I think it will be March at the latest. I think the next one we'll get. But yeah, let us know what you think about season 20 coming to Blu-ray in the comments. Have you seen all these before, like Ben? Or like me as viewer, are you missing a couple? And it's nice to complete your Fifth Doctor collection at last with this.
Yeah. Let us know your favourite stories, what special features you're looking forward to, because there's a lot. And what are you going to be diving into first,
Yeah, and leave a like while you're down there as well.
Why not?
Always appreciated.
And if you've not ordered it, use the link down below and you'll get 10% off your order. And yeah, I'll get 10% off, so it'll go to a future collection set or whatever I decide to buy or pay for next. I might start buying the standard edition. I don't know.
I mean, that's what you lose your last 10% for, wasn't it?
That is true. There we go. So thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back very soon for more Doctor Who shenanigans. So take care and bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.